Hello and welcome back to your English class with me, Sir LS. So now that your summative exam is drawing near, I hope you're all excited about it, or are you afraid? I don't think so. Anyhow, for your summative exam, you will be given out the portions, but for class 5, I just want you to know that it is going to be a bit different. I had written subject-verb agreement, and under that you will find some verbs, tense. But what I want you to know is that you do not get confused about that, because whatever comes in the exams will be from the things that we have learned from the classes. All right. So do not get confused or do not be afraid. And this subject-verb agreement is not in your table of contents, but I am including it now because I still feel that we need to learn this subject-verb agreement even in class 5 also, because we have touched some of it in class 4. So I think we still need to learn this subject-verb agreement in class 5. We will learn this in class 6 also. But anyhow, whatever we have learned from this subject-verb agreement, it's quite vast. In subject-verb agreement, we are learning verbs, we are learning how to construct sentences, we are learning present tense, future tense, past tense, etc. like that. So that is why I am clubbing it all together in this subject-verb agreement. Alright, in the meantime, we are not stressing only on this, we are not concentrating only on this subject-verb agreement, but we are also learning tense, present tense, past tense, future tense like that, sentence or construction of sentence like that, and many other more. So I have included that. So under subject-verb agreement there will be lots. Alright, so do not get confused. If you have the portions also, just learn things according to the lessons that we had learned from the videos, because we did not do quite like the textbook. Alright, means we are not learning exactly like the book in the textbook. We are not learning exactly like the textbook. So please look back at the videos again, and from that and from your notebooks, I think you can remember that we have learned this and that. And the questions also I will be setting from the questions and whatever we have learned from this video lessons. Alright, please remember that. Do not be afraid. Okay, so that's what I want you to know. It's not that I am going to cheat you or something like that. I'm going to set something else from the textbook like that. No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to set the papers exactly like the lessons that we have learned here in the class, this online class. Alright, so please understand and do not be afraid, and I want you to look back on whatever lessons that we have learned so far. Alright, so that's about it. So right now we are still in subject-verb agreement, and here the most basic rules always go like: singular subject will always take what? Singular verb. Plural subject will always take what? Plural verb. Here. This will always remain like this, and it will always need to be followed like this. Cannot change it. Okay. Because you might have been, it might have been somewhere, might have been in other schools, or it might have been in other states or anywhere. These rules will always apply. Okay, that is why it's important that You know it. Okay. So in the previous classes we have learned that formula which I have taught you before. It is subject plus verb plus object, right? So but now we will be working with two subjects. Normally before we used to learn in the previous class like subject will be he, she, names like that, but here we are going to have two subjects, right? Not one subject anymore, not only he, name like that, they like that, no, with two subjects. So let's see. When we have two subjects in a sentence, they are connected by and, or, nor, and others. And, or, nor, and others. Right. They are connected by. So when they are connected by and, or, nor, or others, they become two subjects. So these kinds of subjects are called compound subjects. Subjects which are connected are called compound subjects. For example 1, here I am going to give you an illustration here. So the illustration here, singular subject 1 will come as SS1 and singular subject 2 will come as SS2, right? Yeah. Two singular subjects connected by and require a plural verb. Two singular subjects connected by and, remember this word and, connected by and require a plural verb. Why? Let's see. SS1, here we have SS2, means singular subject 1 and 2. So we are going to connect this with the word and. So they will require a plural verb. They will always require a plural verb. Right. Let them be two. Here, the example. Gold and silver are precious metal. Here, gold and silver. We all know what gold and silver are, right? But if I say gold, only gold, here the verb will change into what? Will turn into is. But we have gold connected by and to silver. So the verb will turn into plural verb called are. Gold and silver are precious metal. He and I are best friends. Here, gold and silver are precious metal. He and I, here we have subjects, right? It's connected by and it's connected by and here. So they will need the verb what? Are, in order to complete the sentence in the right manner. Understand? He and I are best friends. Here, two singular subjects. These are gold is singular, silver is singular, so they are two singular subjects. Understand? Connected by what? And. Here it's connected by and require a plural verb here. It requires a plural verb are. Otherwise, the sentence is going to be wrong. We say is gold and silver is noun. So that's about it for this example number 1. And for example number 2, here we have exceptional case. Exceptional case is very hard to define. Let's say it's like some things that we don't normally use. Alright, cases like that. Cases that it's not normally in use, practice, but they can be correct. Okay, let's see. Exceptional case. When a combination of nouns give us one idea, or when two nouns are so commonly used together, they are treated as a single item or a singular subject. So here, the meaning is when we put two things together for too long, we consider them as one. Like for say, let's say Tom and Jerry. It's a cartoon, right? They are cartoon characters, but when we say Tom and Jerry, it seems like we are talking about one particular thing, right? Because we used to hear them together so many times, Tom and Jerry. So we used to consider them as one. Understand? So in cases like that, the usage of the subject and verb can become a bit different, right? We are going to see when a combination of nouns give us one idea. See, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, when they combine together, it gives us one idea, right? Tom and Jerry. It's a cartoon show. We simply come to know that it's a cartoon show when we say Tom and Jerry. But if we say Tom, it might mean that Tom, that man Tom, or the other Tom, or there are many other Toms, right? But when we say Tom and Jerry, we are talking about something, right? One thing. So cases like that, we use a different verb for that. Understand? Here, bread and butter. Bread and butter. What comes to your mind when we say bread and butter? To me, when I say bread and butter, breakfast comes the first to my memory, right? To me, when we say bread and butter, breakfast comes first in the mind. Alright, so in such a situation, bread and butter, although they are two different things, they come as one. Alright, is it clear like that? Bread and butter, when we say like that, what comes naturally is breakfast. Egg and bacon also come as a lunch. Alright, time and tide also. There are lots more combination of words like this, which can be found in the internet if you want to. So in cases like that, here, bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. Is it correct? Do you find something odd? Here we have two subjects, so why not are here? Bread and butter are my favorite breakfast. But here, bread and butter are used too many times together, so it comes as a single unit, right? So that is why we treat them as a singular subject. Understand? So we use a verb is instead of are. Bread is one, butter is also one, and together they form two. So two subjects will have plural subjects, will have plural verb, but here, although there are two, it comes as singular subject, so we use a singular verb. Understand? Egg, bacon also. Instead of using are, we use is. Because egg and bacon is mainly used for lunch in the Western countries. Right, in the Western countries like US, egg, bacon are served mainly as lunch. So that is why when we say egg, bacon, what comes to the mind? What firstly comes to the mind is lunch. So egg, bacon comes one. Understand? Instead of being treated as two, they are being treated as one subject. Right? That is why egg and bacon is served for lunch. Bread and butter, egg, bacon, time and tide is my favorite breakfast. Egg and bacon is served for lunch. Time and tide waits for none. Not wait, right? Waits, because we are using what? Plural, singular verb here. The singular verb has an S. Understand? So, is it clear like that? Tom and Jerry, like that. Avengers. Sorry, leave the Avengers out. Batman and Robin, like that. Batman and Robin, like that. And many other characters form one idea. Right? It can be anything. Just think about it. You'll know lots, I think. So, two things are pronounced together very often. They come as a single unit or a single item. So they are considered as a singular subject in a sentence, and the verb that follows also should be singular subject. So singular verb. Please remember that. Okay. Again, for example number 3, here, SS1 and SS2 will be the same. Two or more singular subjects joined by or nor require a singular verb. Here, SS1 and SS2, when we join them with these two words or, they require a singular verb. Here, see, neither food nor water was found there. We have food and water as subjects, but here we are using singular verb. Why? Neither food nor water. Was here. It usually takes the second noun as the subject of the sentence in these cases. Alright, neither this, they are joined by or. Why are we using was as a verb here? Because it's been joined by, these two subjects are joined by nor, and it starts with neither. Alright. Next is either here. Instead of either the cat or mouse has been there. Has. Why has, not have? This sentence or the two subjects are joined by or cat or mouse. Understand? It's a choice here. Makes a choice. So the cat or the mouse. So the verb has to be singular. Understand? Why? Might be asked why. So you can answer because the subjects are joined by or, word or, right? Or you can say the word, the subjects are joined by nor. That is why I am giving a singular verb. You can answer it like that. Okay, is it clear like that? When two or more singular subjects are joined by or nor, they will have a singular verb. Understand? It's clear like that? It's clear. So we'll stop here for now. So if you have any problem understanding that, please call me. I'm available anytime. So you can call me anytime. And I'm always willing to help you out. Right. So that will be all for now. Thank you.